we got here is this guy has an 08 dash. Now he paid me like 500 bucks to build him the dash harness, and he did the full install of everything in here. All I did was build the harness, came and picked it up, he did the install. The issue is I built it for an 08. Everything's set up for 08. And now he wanted to get a little Gucci and get something fancy and upgrade. And he wants the steering wheel controls to control that. Well, I didn't wire it up like that. So we ran a couple bumps in the road and we ain't square that away. So that's what this video is for. I want to show you if you're having issues with this and that, how to get it going, okay guys? So stay tuned for that. I'm gonna go ahead. First step is I'm gonna take this steering wheel off because this is an 08 wheel and it has 08 steering wheel guts. And that ain't gonna work. No, not today. So we need to go ahead and we're gonna use these buttons. But he's using my column kit, so I had to modify his buttons for the cruise control to work. So he'll have cruise, my cruise, and the info buttons working. So that's our goal today, to get these working. He's running my column kit on here. It's not a column helper, so it's my column kit and my cruise, a cluster helper, messenger button. So I'm gonna go ahead and get this wheel off, and I'm gonna show you what we're missing comparing the 08 steering wheel harness to the new steering harness. And if you're having trouble with this, why? So stay tuned. One thing I realized is we have an airbag code. I didn't notice that, but now I just did. You know, maybe you noticed it earlier. But took the airbag and it just came off. And what are you doing? So I don't know what's going on here. So luckily I have an extra clock spring. So maybe I'm gonna pull off his clock spring and I'll put on a new one with a new plug. So luckily I have an extra 08 column with me. So don't do that. Don't cut your stuff. So he didn't even have his horn plugged in. It is what it is. So now that we got the airbag off, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna get a bolt. I'm gonna plug it and we take this bad boy apart. Okay guys, so I got the steering wheel torn apart, got the buttons out. So he originally had an 08, what it seems like, he had an 08 steering wheel. So it had an 08 steering wheel harness, and then it looks like he bought the 11 to 16 buttons. I mean, these things look brand new. So I'm gonna go ahead and use my electronics and his buttons, because I mean his buttons look fresh. He just bought them. I bet he still wants them to look fresh. So swapping out the electronics, they're gonna look fresh. So over here I already prepped and did the cruise control on this, but we need to get that messenger sent. So the issue was this 08 harness doesn't have the supporting wires to do the messenger part. So if we look at it, I mean, it's only utilizing 4 wires, and you know, the red and green, that's for illumination, and these 2 are for cruise. So this harness isn't even equipped at all to run these buttons. So that's why, you know, he couldn't get them to work. And then plus, I don't have it wired here on the clock spring. We're not using any of the pins I would use. So I showed up with the harness already ready to go. The only thing we need to do is, the issue with this is it's an 11 to 16 harness. It doesn't fit in this clock spring. It's, you know, too big. So I do have a more detailed video on just the clock spring if you want to look at it. It's an older video, not super old, you know, maybe a week or 2 old. And it'll tell you, it'll go more into detail about what we're looking at here. But basically, this plug, these functions, these wires, and these pins are right here, and they're for this plug. And then this plug is for the 08 one up here, and that's going to be this black guy. So we need to, whoa, I didn't mean it like that, you know. This black plug. Ooh, I'm just kidding. So we're gonna use this black plug instead of this gray one. So we're gonna de-pin this one and just junk this plug, and we're gonna pin it into this plug. So we're gonna use these sockets, and that's what this plug is for. So that's why I have the 08 pins. For the 08 pins, you can see 1 there, 8 on the, or 6 on the over here, and then these are the 16 colors, which are for the correct harness. And then usually I'll go by the pin, so I'll know. I'll give you a quick example. So we need to actually get the messenger going, which is messenger, which is green tan and white violet. And so if we look at pin 2, and then pin 1. So we're gonna look at pin 1 and pin 2 for the messenger. That's what we're really trying to get done here today. So pin 1 and 2, there's green, tan, and white and violet. Now I know it looks a little pink, but that's white, violet in those first 2 pins. So we need to get those to pin 6 on here, and you can see that socket's empty. And then pin 2 for the other one, you can see that socket's empty too. So I mean, this doesn't have the wiring for it. And then if we're gonna come over here, come across this line to pin 3, and see how it says not used, and it's open, so that means we can use it. So pin 3, 1, 2, 3. So right after that purple one, see it's open, so we can use it. And then right here, green, tan 2 goes to pin 7. It's open and it's not used, but we can use it. So pin 7's right before that yellow one. So they're both open, so we know what everything's open and we can use it and utilize it. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put the black plug, the 08 plug, on the 16 harness, and then put the steering wheel back together. Now the steering wheel will be all set to go. And then I'm gonna double check this, and I'm gonna go find 2 pins off of a donor harness, put them in here and feed them through here, and we're gonna take this off and tap them into the cluster helper. So stay tuned for that. Let me go ahead and get these swapped out. If you want more info on this, I do have an older video that goes into more detail, but I think I about covered everything right there. So let me get to work, guys. The best thing about this guy's place is he's got the lights off right there. There's a mini bar. Oh, it's a full-size bar. Oh, open bar, we'll call it that. So I always appreciate a cold one when, you know, working. But it's coming together. We're about to slap this bad boy together. So let me finish repinning this. Okay, guys, got it all back together. Got the 08 steering wheel. Now it has the 11 to 16 buttons, and it has the 11 to 16 steering wheel harness repinned in an 08 plug. So heck yeah. So now that we've got the steering wheel side done, I mean, we can put the wheel back on, but remember, we need to reuse these because we're gonna reuse, I think, let's see on my guide. So that white, violet, and green, tan on pin 2 and 6 are gonna go over to pin 3 and 7. So we need to find 2 wires that we can put into 3 and 7. So after that purple and before the yellow. So I'm gonna show you a little trick. If you ain't got them pins, I've got a donor harness over here I steal stuff off of. So I think I stole a 4x4 plug off of this. And look at this. We got some pins, boy. So I need 2 of them. And you know, I've got plenty to work with, so I'm gonna go ahead and peel this tape off. And we got some donor wires, so let me get to work, and we'll be ready to rock and roll. Okay, guys, so bolted the steering wheel on. We got it plugged in, so steering wheel's all ready to rock and roll besides the airbag. So now I got my 2 column wires that I got off there with the pins. I went and took the little lock off, and so we're gonna use one for pin 3. Yeah, pin 3 and 7. So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna slide them in there. I probably got it upside down. My bad, guys. This is a two-hand job. Voila, it's in there. Heck yeah. So now we're gonna grab the other one that I dropped. Where the freak did it? There it is. And then we're gonna put this one in pin 7. I got that one upside down too. Oh, one second, guys. It'll take 2 hands. My bad, guys. Okay, got it in there. So boom, we're on pin 3 and 7 for messenger. So our goal now is, we can go ahead and put the lock on. I'm pretty sure we got it right. We want to go ahead and confirm that these work. I got it upside down. All right. So now we got our wires there. So I went and busted out my voltmeter. So it looks like we're already getting resistance, which is good. I think the resistance are like in like 300, and it just doubles, and at idle, I think that's what it's at. I don't have my notes with me. Maybe I do. We'll double check on what numbers we're looking for. 1 second. all my secrets, but okay. Yeah, here's the messenger buttons. So these are, when we push the buttons, this is what we want to be looking for. So when we go left, we want 0, we want 300 for up, 600, 110 for down. When we hit OK, we want 2100, and at idle, we want 4320. So that's about where we're getting. Okay, we're up to the right start. So I think if I push left, it was 0. Oh, look at that, look at that, look at that. So boom, I know I got it right. I'm just gonna start pushing them. I got 300. I think it just works clockwise. 600. I think this one was what, 2100? Oh no, maybe it was 12. Let me see. Oh, okay, it was 11. 1,100, right? Yeah, pretty close. And then okay was 2,100. So yeah, it just keeps doubling basically. So heck yeah, look at that. And then 4,300 at idle. Yeah. So now that I can confirm that, I can confirm when I plug those into the cluster helper, I know the cluster helper is getting the correct signal. I know that these buttons are going directly to those wires, going off of my guide and everything. So man, that's just, you know, cool to double check. You got 0, and then we got 300, and then 600, and then 1,100, and then 2,100, and then 4,300 at idle. Booyah, that's what I'm talking about, baby. Heck yeah. So now all I have to do is neatly run these through the column. I'm gonna go ahead and take this panel off, and then probably gotta pull the cluster out, and we gotta wire them to the cluster helper wiring. So that's gonna take me a couple of minutes, but let me get in there. Oh, I'm excited, guys. This is gonna be pretty sick. All right, guys, check it out. So I kind of half-assed it together so we can just run a test. So, you know, we got our 2 wires coming in right here. Now, I kind of just jumped them to the wires that they're supposed to go to. So, right here, we have 1 info wire, which is right here. Info center in raw. And then info center ground. So you got a black and a brown wire. That's what you're going to be using. So we got those going to my 2, just crisscrossed them. It's just to run a test. So I want to make sure everything works before. I just want to put it in once and be done. You know what I'm saying? So let's see. So basically I want to be able to go to the menu. Oh yeah, you guys can kind of see the screen. So we hit OK. What is that? What? Oh my God. All right, what's safe to say? Up and down works, right works, left works, obviously OK works. So heck yeah. All right, guys, well, it works. So, all right, let me put this all back together. Let me run this wire through the tape. Let me solder that. Yes. Okay, guys, another tip too. So one says ground and one just says raw. It doesn't matter which one goes to pin 3 or 7 on my guide. If you're going off my wiring, you can put them the other way. You can put, you know, left. You can crisscross them back, or put them, you know, inverted. They'll still work the same. I just want to throw that out there, okay? But I just put, you know, the ground is pin 7, so it's gonna go to the black. And then, you know, messenger, you know, signal in the positive is pin 3, goes to brown. You know, simple as that. So hope this helps a lot of people. So if you get them backwards, don't worry, it still works. Or if you know, if you're even anal, just depin this, depin that, flip flop them, put them in. But it don't matter, you can put them in backwards. So heck yeah, let me put this together. Okay guys, I think I got it all. I still gotta put that panel on, but I think we could do a test run. So let's take a look. Got Axel over here chilling with me. I'm not gonna lie, we're out in the boonies and I heard some shit. So oh shit. Okay, I left the wipers on. Ooh, buddy. That's how you get the ladies, so. Oh, snap. Oh, snap. Oh, snap. Let's see, I'm gonna trip. Let's see we reset. What? Oh, baby. Oh, man. Oh, look at this cool little timer. All kinds of cool stuff. I don't know if that works. Maybe. What else we got? Man, this driveway's pretty steep, I'm not gonna lie. I'm just kidding, I don't think that works. Yeah, remember some of this cluster, you know, it looks for 6-7 sensors. We ain't got them all, but shit, this is still cool as hell. Warning check. No shit, my driver door's open. But it's so cool. So, heck yeah, gauge mode. What do I normally have it on when I'm driving? I think that one. Man, we still have an airbag light. I wonder if he's running that airbag. Huh. Maybe the seatbelt's plugged in. Something ain't plugged in. So, oh well. Other than that, I think this thing's good to go. What you think, mister? I think mister's ready for bed. It's like 3 in the morning, isn't it? You ready for bed? I got his wipers going. We had the wrong wiper doohickey in there. So we got that fixed. Now the wipers shut off. Before they were going all haywire and they wouldn't shut off. So we got them going. But yeah, I hope this helps you figure out how to get these badass messenger buttons going. Cause I mean, you know, if you're trying to get the ladies, you gotta have these buttons going, you know. If you ain't got these buttons going, you may as well just keep your ass home, because you ain't gonna score at the bar. So, you know, lady come out to your truck and she'd be like, oh my God, those messenger buttons work too? And you'd be like, nah, girl. And she'd be like, that's whack. Bye. So, make sure you get your buttons working. That's what I'm trying to say. So, heck yeah. The only other issue with this, besides the airbag, is the speedometer doesn't work. And I don't know if it's the wiring or this big ass freaking, what I think is a Dana 110 was doing it. So I'm gonna have to do some more investigating on that. Other than that, I hope this helps you out. If you're having issues with getting your messenger buttons going and you don't know what you're doing, I hope this helps you. So, I mean, you saw me test everything. The most important thing is if you run those 2 wires and test the ohms on your voltmeter, that's the best way to make sure that you know you're sending the correct signals to the cluster helper. Because the cluster helper, you know, that's all it's waiting for is those ones. And then make sure you also wire, there's an 11 to 16 wire that I think you need to ground out. I'll have to double check on that. But if you don't wire that 11 to 16 wire, it doesn't tell the cluster helper that you're running 11 to 16, so it just goes to 08 mode. So make sure you guys get those. Other than that, I hope this helps you out. So people stop asking me, hey Zach, how do I get these buttons freaking working? Now you know. So I'll see y'all later. Axel's trying to escape. Hey, get back there. All right guys, so remember I put that on there? We're still getting an airbag code. So I decided to come over to the passenger side and what are those? This man just said, fuck the airbags, literally on both sides. Not on my watch. You know, safety is sexy, people. I'm telling you, it's coming back. My boy's got a donor dash over there, so I'm gonna go see if it's got an airbag and see if I can steal it. And I got the hardware with me, so I'm gonna get him squared away, because can't be having that. So let me get that squared away. Okay, never mind, scratch that. The donor one was missing one too, so this man doesn't have an airbag. So luckily I got an extra one in my house, so maybe I could just mail him one. So other than that, this ends this video. I'll see y'all later. Bye.